Go. وين الخوف؟ راح تقول الخوف. والله يدرد والله يدرد
Well, guys, I'm that dude from Columbia, South Carolina. They call drummer. I hope you're having a good day today. And if that's not the case, ask yourself why. Because after all, remember, happiness is an inside job and it will always be an internal affair. I'm back today again with my man TBA talking to Barrister, guys, Bushmeat. And I want y'all to hear the conversation. All right, guys, let's go.
Go ahead and see if we can get Barrister up here on Zoom. All right, Barrister. What's your lame ass want?
Don't say that. I just want to get your opinion because I'm enjoying your broadcast so well. But you raised a great point. Why is it that Black men have such low dating standards in terms of picking women? Like, why are their standards so low, Black American men in general? Why do they pick low quality women? Like, I'll just go ahead and give you an example. Streamer went ahead and recently did a social experiment. He posted a picture of a white woman who was overweight. And in the description, he said that this white woman, she has 6 kids. This white woman has an STD and she has a number of mental issues. And the only individuals that messaged her back, and hundreds of messages, were Black men. So why is it that Black American men have such low standards in picking women?
Okay, well, you're a Black male in America. What do you think?
Well, I mean, I'm a Nigerian Black male. I don't pick those type of women. Black men in general.
Oh, okay. So you distinguish yourself from Black men in America. Even though you are a Black male in America, you say, oh, no, I'm not a Black American male. I'm a Nigerian. No. I just want to make sure we're on the record. Why he says, I'm not a Black American male. I'm a Nigerian. So in other words, our conversations between us would have to be separated. We can have any conversation about Black people in America is separate. Okay, well, no. Any conversation about Black people in America is separate from the context of Nigerians. So those would be 2 totally separate conversations. So to anybody who wants to know why I would make that distinction, he's the one who's made it clear that that's the distinction to him when he was just told, well, you're a Black man in America. No, I'm Nigerian. Very glad to hear that. Very glad to hear that. Now let's go ahead. No, now that we've made that clarification, let's go ahead and deal with your question. First of all, you don't know that. You didn't look at her DMs. You don't actually have.
No, that streamer sold.
Sir, you do not have access to her DMs, so you don't know what's actually in them. All you know is what's claimed. So you can't actually validate that. So if you're dealing with a suspected white supremacist, they'll just say anything. And then, of course, because low information people go around and just spread things because they got their little agendas, then they'll just say nonsense. And if it gets disproven, like so much of the stuff you say is, then they just come back looking silly. And then, it didn't mean nothing. So if you don't have access to her DMs, you can't actually confirm the validity of that statement.
Interesting. Okay. Well, he showed us, and he made a video, streamed a video. All of those messages, they're all Black males.
Okay.
That her back.
Let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and take a look at that. First of all, you can go to any trailer park in America and see plenty of white men hugged up with Honey Boo Boo. Yeah, that's not hard to find. Let's go to the New England states. All your opioid states, which is all of them now. That's nothing to find, bro. That's nothing to find walking down the street. I don't need no DMs for that. You can see that at the mall. You can see that on the streets in Maine, on the streets in New Hampshire, on the streets in upstate New York. You can see that in Philadelphia. You can see that anywhere. So I don't even have to go to some niche like somebody's DMs. You can see that already.
Do y'all hear this babbling idiot? My first question would be, what is he so concerned about what Black Americans, Foundation Black Americans are doing? Regardless, if they are talking to Honey Boo Boo, what business of yours is it? Is my first question. He calling in the Jason program, calling in Tariq program. So apparently he don't have no business of his own. And he just made it clear he's Nigerian. So why don't you worry about them millions of people over there and the things that they have going on? You trying to ingratiate yourself over here and sticking your nose where it well don't belong, where it ain't got no business being. Is that an actual fact, guys? This dude constantly call in with nothing but negative things to say. Now, let me address what he said, talking about black guys don't date nothing. Some of them do. Some of them do. But I have seen them with some good-looking white women, too. I have seen them. I'm like, you know, she's cute. Okay. But that's not my taste. But a pretty woman is a pretty woman, regardless of the shade of her skin. Now, whenever it gets to the attitudes and all of that, the pretty woman can get you hemmed up by her word, if you understand where I'm going with this. Jonathan Majors, yeah, and she wasn't pretty. Just a word. He touched me and he on camera running 5 blocks, and they still go punish him. Cuba Gooding Jr. Oh God, and the list is as long as the scrolls of Egypt. God Almighty, you understand? But we ain't here to talk about that part. We're here to talk about this lying teller. Talk about black men got so much low dating standards. So my question is, what are your options? Because we know that you like men's. We know you like men's.
Now, since the next thing is, let's just call that what it is. That's a fetish. Any fat white chick who claims to be a model got hella white men talking about she's a queen and beautiful and gorgeous, just looking at her big fat piggy feet. Now, that's not new DMs. I can show you comment sections of females. I can show you comment sections of females who are size 20. Now, dare me to. Y'all can go to Instagram right now and look it up if you want to. I'll go ahead and throw that bar to y'all. Y'all can go to Instagram right now. There's plenty of size 20 white female models, and you can take a look in their comment section. Damn a DM. Let's throw it public. I can show you plenty of those. By the way, you'll find even more of those on Twitter because Twitter doesn't have a sexual restriction. You can put up triple X-rated stuff on Twitter. There's plenty of fat, BB built white women on Twitter that you can see. Plenty of white men digging them. So what's your point?
Okay, you made a great point. However, you cannot dismiss the fact that black men tend to have very low standards in regards to picking women. You just brought up a huge point with how that man dating Halle Berry, and she's well past her prime, and she's 58 years old. It's on and on again. It's well known. Women of all other races, they know 100% that if they could be 300 plus pounds, have a whole bunch of issues, a whole bunch of red flags, and there will be some black man out there willing to accept her for the way she is. So why is that? You haven't answered that question. Why is it in Black American culture? Why are black men so compelled to pick low value women in general?
I don't see anybody who's doing that right now.
You have,
excuse me, sir, the front cover of Sports Illustrated. Hello.
I haven't seen the front cover.
The entire point of the red pill movement is that was started by white men. That was not started by black men. The manosphere was started by white men, not black men. The whole point of that was that they were unhappy about the standards of white men. That was their whole point of it.
Facts.
So for you to try to compartmentalize that, you got, of course, he has a little pointy-headed agenda. But by the way, what you're being is factually wrong, deliberately so. But you're just being factually inaccurate. So why are you trying to compartmentalize that to one group when you know that it's a global issue?
It is a global, in general. As I said, in general, Black men tend to have very low standards.
In general, men have low standards.
Not necessarily, as I said before. You don't see a bunch of Asian men willing to go ahead and date and wipe up single mothers. It's more of a black male thing. Like, basically, I read a statistic that the majority of stepfathers in America tend to be Black men. So
I'm glad you brought up Asian men. By the way, according to several studies, who are the most undesired men on the planet?
Asian men. However,
okay, but you just talked as if that was a choice.
Asian men are not.
No, you just talked about Asian men's choices as if that's a choice they're making.
All these fat white women run around the South where I'm at. And an overwhelming majority of them are with white males, because I see them. I see them every day. He picking out a few and saying that Black men have low dating standards. See, this is what a snake does. A snake tells truth and lies because he got a split at the end of his tongue. That's why you have to watch a snake. You don't put a snake in your pocket. Eventually, he gonna bite you. That's why you don't even deal with snakes, okay? This dude set up here and bring up Asian men, right? And just gloss by. Jason caught him on it. Asian men are the least desirable. Black males, especially from America, are highly desirable. They well up on the pecking order.
Well, they actually have integrity. They're refusing to be.
Okay, you just but okay, sir. But if you're not being chosen, you're calling that integrity? Lack of options. They don't have a voluntary lack of options.
I'm pretty sure that they do have options. They just want quality options.
No, sir. They do not have the options. Anybody can go to any Asian forum on Facebook, YouTube, Reddit. We've been talking about this now for over a decade. Asian men from either the Orient or India, by the way, so just Asia, period, have been complaining now for going on 2 decades that they do not get quality females, that the white men get first pick at them because Asian women are, these are their words, too materialistic, too shallow. They want too much. Now in China, it's in full-blown gender war in China right now. Full-blown gender war. So, sir, as I said, that's not a local issue or a Black issue. That's a global issue. I can show you this exact same dynamic everywhere. Case in point, the population decline, the lowest population points on Earth right now are South Korea and Japan.
Exactly.
No Black males around to skew any numbers. As a matter of fact, they need Black men over there, but no Black males to skew those numbers right there. So if the issue is Black men's lack of options, why is it I can show
that Black men have lack of options? I'm just stating that it appears that Black men will sleep with.
Okay, but sir, if you're gonna just sleep with anybody, that's because you don't have options.
And that's Black men in general, though. They tend to sleep with anything, and I just don't understand why. Why don't they have?
But you're a Black male.
Okay. In general, why do Black men? I'm one of those Black males that don't do that. But in general, why do Black men?
I don't believe that.
Oh, trust me. I'd rather stay celibate, be celibate than date.
I know you're celibate. I know you are. I know you are.
You really think so?
I don't think anything. I know you are.
You are wrong. In general, basically.
Put your girlfriend on the phone.
I will one day.
You're lying. Put your girlfriend on the phone. I'll give you $50. Put your girlfriend on the phone.
Okay, I'll probably read her next week. Okay.
You lying ass. Put your girlfriend on Zoom.
She's not here. I'm alone right now.
Zoom connect the world. I'll give you 100. You're lying. I'll give you $100. Put your girlfriend on the phone. Okay. Put your girlfriend on Zoom. He just hung up, y'all. You're a lying ass. Put your girlfriend on Zoom.
That man don't want to get on camera. That man don't want to get on camera right now. He don't want to get on camera. Talking about his girlfriend, Jack, back there. This is what we be warning y'all about right here. This is why delineation is necessary, because you hear how they talk openly. So imagine what they do behind closed doors, guys, okay? And I know that some guys in general, they down. A lot of guys do that. Not only just black people, they all do that. Most men have trouble with women. Why? I don't have no earthly idea. Because it's not that hard, guys. Did you hear me? It's not that hard to get a decent female, guys. I'm talking about in the looks department, the attitude, the mindset. I'm talking about the whole holistic thing of the female, the mind, body, and soul. It's not that hard to find one. Because all you need is one. Now, some of y'all want 2 or 3. That's y'all business. But trust me, it's worse enough just dealing with one. Okay? All right? So have at it and have fun. Guys, until next time, peace. And remember, there is more.